Alright guys, it is Slinky here and welcome to a video where I want to discuss the history of the Assassin's Creed games, because I know a lot of people are kind of enjoying the series really late, and they're probably thinking, oh shit, how am I going to be able to catch back up to this? And I've played these games inside out. I mean, like, I know every little detail I can, like, without just exploding my brain, without knowing too much, or without learning too much. You know, like that Indiana Jones Kingdom of Crystal Skull, but that bitch learns everything. It's just her head like explodes and goes up to the sky. Yeah, that was fucked up. So I'm going to start with Assassin's Creed 1, obviously. And obviously, to guys that want, as I absolutely despise spoilers, this is going to have spoilers, because obviously you're watching this to catch up with the Creed series. So anyways, this game starts off with Altair ibn Lahad, an assassin who is with his fellow assassins in like a tunnel in Jerusalem, and they're trying to retrieve a treasure, an unknown treasure. And Altair is basically being a bitch, and he's killing people that he shouldn't have, and he's breaking the tenets of the creed. So anyways, when they see that the treasure is there, their sworn enemy of the Templar Order, Robert de Sable, is there. And so Altair wants to go in head first and just kill him straight up. Think, you know, two birds with one stone kind of thing. But his assassin brothers are like, okay, whoa, what are you at? We're assassins. We do things silently, and we wait for the right opportunity. And he was all like, yeah, I'm your master, bitch. I'm going down there. So anyways, he goes down there and he gets his ass kicked, and he gets kicked out. And like this big old fucking, you know, big load of, I don't know, like pieces of wood fall over where he came out, so he couldn't get back in. So anyways, he runs out of Jerusalem and goes back to Masyaf, and he goes back to tell Al-Walim, the assassin, the leader of the assassins, that he failed his mission, until one of the assassins that was stuck in there, he comes back with the treasure, but he's missing an arm. So anyways, he's obviously pissed off at Altair. So while this is happening, Robert de Sable comes to Masyaf, their assassin stronghold, like the castle, and he starts killing all the people that live there. So anyways, Al-Mualim's like, alright, we gotta get down there, we gotta defend the place. So anyways, you kill off a few guards and you go back to the castle. Okay. So anyways, when they're back at the castle, you climb up to this kind of big tower thing just to the right of the entrance, and Al-Mualim and Robert kind of bantering back and forth, and then Al-Mualim says, go to God. So it basically means that they're going to do the leap of faith. You've probably seen that from at least a trailer where they jump into a bale of hay, and that's to kind of show off how strong they are. So as you go off and you climb this tower that's kind of behind them, and has like a load of pieces of logs, and it scares them away. So when it's Altair, he gets stabbed by Al-Mualim, and it turns out it was just an illusion, and Al-Mualim takes away his ranks, takes away his elite weapons, because he's like a fully trained assassin, and he tells him that if you kill these 9 people, each person you kill, you get 1 rank back. So all you're given is a hidden blade, and you're taking your gloves and all that are taken away, and you start off by well, no, you don't get your hidden blade back, but you have to find the traitor who let them in. And when you find him, you get your hidden blade back, and obviously he's executed. So anyways, you start picking people off one by one. I don't know their names, but as you're picking them off, they all seem to have their own story, like why they're doing it. And Altair doesn't exactly seem to know why. He knows that the Templars, and he knows that they're the sworn enemy, but he's kind of thinking to himself, well, these guys seem to have a good reason for doing what they want to do. They seem to think differently to what Al-Mualim says. Like one of the first people you kill was a doctor, and he was taking people in, like enslaving them to try and learn about the body and how to control them. So anyways, he tells you that these people are sick. Al-Mualim tells you that he's enslaving them, and you don't really actually figure out what's going on. And so as the game progresses and you take down each target, you get 1 your rank back, you get your sword, and you actually gain back your reputation and your dignity, and you kind of start feeling sorry for what you did. Like the person that lost his arm, you're a bit sorrowful for what you did. So anyways, you know, once you're about to kill Robert de Sable, it turns out that at a funeral, he's been switched around, and it turns out that it was actually a girl in disguise, and that he was going to go tell William of Montferrat that that he wanted to propose a truce where he would unite the Templars and the king's army to take out the assassins. So when you go and try and stop him, he basically says that whoever wins this fight, because he doesn't know what to believe, because he says that Roberto Sabla is a traitor and that he was eventually going to kill him. Altair says that, so obviously what happens then is that William says, okay, tell you what, whoever, I'll put it down to battle, and whoever wins will be the person that God sides with and will obviously be telling the truth. So you kill Roberto Sabla, and he reveals that there was a 10th person interested in the treasure. So anyways, you go back home and you find that everyone's under a spell, and it turns out that Al-Malim is actually the person that was the main enemy, and he was trying to kill everyone else off so he could just have it all for himself. He has the Apple of Eden, and this is the treasure that I don't know, that everyone was really after. Like, it was a very, very powerful device. So and when you gain this, right, when he has that, he starts using tricks, like he duplicates himself, and everyone that he kills, like he brings out a load of assassins, except they're kind of disguised as people that he killed, like they're the exact same image of him, but when you kill them, they turn back into assassins, and then they just disappear for some reason. I don't know why. So anyways, when you kill Al-Malim, when you've killed Al-Malim, what happens then is that a map comes up, and it shows it shows the world, and you're like, holy shit, this thing is, they're probably thinking, oh wow, the world isn't flat, it's round, and it has all these little dots, and actually what that is, that's pinpoints for other places of treasure, like the Apple of Eden. Okay, so the credits roll. So anyways, there's actually a modern day storyline in the game, where it turns out you're actually Desmond Miles, and you're just playing a simulation in this machine called the Animus, where the Animus unlocks your DNA, and it shows it kind of displays your ancestors' memories, and you control Altair basically, and you do everything that he did, and you try to do things the exact same way he did, because you learn that you got to gain synchronization to become more in sync with Altair. So you couldn't actually just go straight to the memory, because Desmond's body was resisting Altair's memories, and actually you had to go straight back to the beginning, where I first talked about this. So anyways, you're being held a prisoner after being, like, you're a bartender and your name says Miles, and you're being held in prisoner in this massive building called Abstergo. And it turns out they're the modern day Templars. So anyways, there's this woman called Lucy Stillman who is kind of controlling the Animus, and there's another one called Warren Vidic who's kind of the head of that division, of the Animus division, and he's trying to find out information, like find out where the rest of the pieces of Edens are. So obviously he wants to get things done, pretty snappy, because he's, like in any job, he's under pressure from his people that are higher above him in the job. So anyways, as you're going on, you kind of ask questions to Warren, saying, okay, well, history books tell us this, the Animus tells us this, what is actually going on? And he's basically saying that history's a lie, and we put that there. So that Lucy Stillman woman, it turns out she's an assassin, because one of the main things of the assassins, that the ring finger and the left hand gets cut off to show your allegiance to the creed, and her finger is gone, which I find is kind of, it was a bit of a shocker at the time. So when you realise that's gone, you realise that she's actually trying to help you, and she's trying to do her best to get you out of this situation. So after the credits roll, before the credits roll, what happens is that you walk into your bedroom, and you notice that you kind of start seeing things, like things start lighting up, and then there's this big massive wall above your head. So when you look, there's blood all over the wall, but you can't see it without eagle vision. And this is what this thing is called, where you can kind of see things, like you can see your target, you can see who's friendly, who's maybe a threat, what would be helpful to you, or certain things you can do. And by seeing this eagle vision, you see blood all over the walls. It had loads of messages on it, and then the game goes to credits, and after that we had Assassin's Creed 2, which I will upload soon. So anyways, thanks and goodbye, and before I say goodbye, actually, I hope that this helps people that are new to the series get into it. So anyways, comment, rate, subscribe, and goodbye. Thank you very much.